Yo, what's up? It's Joshua Brown, straight out of Dorchester, Boston, Mass. Holla. I'm making this video because I want to talk about how some bosses want to throw those that are different under a bus. What's up with that? Because I've always come to notice, and I've been talking about this for 7 years, that bosses who want to throw employees with autism and other disabilities under a bus, they want to target them, they want to treat them like dirt. That's what they want to do to them. I'm like, not all bosses are like that. There are some good bosses, there's some bad bosses, there's some sloppy bosses, there's some terrible bosses, there's some, disorganized bosses, uneducated bosses, and most of all, there's some bully bosses. Yes, I said there's some bully bosses. Some of them don't even know what they're doing. They want to treat those that are different like dirt and crap. That's just wrong, because any boss who treats those that are different like dirt and throw them under a bus and all that, I call them low down dirty dogs. That's what I call them. Yeah, I got treated like dirt. Some even want to gang up on the individual. Get their assistant, get their chef or whatever it is. They want to call them over. And instead of two-way, they want to do it three-way. Because really, over something minor. They want to gang up on them, so like that. That's just low stuff right there. Low down dirty dog stuff. That's what I call it. But it's not about dissing bosses. It's not about talking trash about bosses. This is about speaking the truth about certain bosses, some bosses. Not all bosses are bad. There's some good bosses, and there's some fair bosses. But you gotta understand. Always treat every individual equally, even if they are different. Don't just put them on an isolated area all the time. Well, unless it's really required, depending on what job description it is, but still. Treat them fair like all the rest. Seriously. Treat them fairly. Treat them equally. Don't throw them under a bus, because that's just messed up. That is. And I have come to notice that bosses will treat those that are different like animals, like slaves. And some even want to gang up on those that are different. Well, let me tell you something. If you have a kid that has autism, or if you know anybody that has autism, teach them how to step up to a boss. Teach them. Do a role play if you have to, because some bosses need to be, speaking to. They need to be about how they do their job. They need to be criticized as well, because there are bosses who get too comfortable with their jobs. They think they're all powerful. They can do what they want. They have to do what they want to get an IFID badge. They even got the fine print you want to sign that makes you legally powerless. That's just wrong right there. That is wrong. Like I said, if you one of those bosses out there to treat you like dirt, check yourself before you wreck yourself. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. But seriously, you a boss that does stuff like that to people, those are different, or anybody, you're a low down dirty dog. That's what you are. A low down dirty dog. I ain't saying to be hateful, it's the truth. I'm not talking trash, I'm talking truth. Y'all need to learn how to treat those that are different equally. Now, if they're doing terribly, okay. Some might get it, some don't. If they're slow, it's not their fault. Like I said, if it's something minor, you don't need to gang up on them. You don't need a three-way if it's something minor. And just because y'all join a union doesn't mean go on power trips and none of that stuff. That's just crazy. But anyways, like I said, don't be afraid to step up to your boss. You can learn how from YouTube, dictionaries, or whatever. So once again, this is Joshua Brown, straight out of Dorchester, Boston, Mass. Holla.